Good morning, guys. Tony Maritato here, licensed physical therapist. And one of the most common things that I see in the clinic for individuals who just started playing the sport of pickleball is rotator cuff tendinopathy. So tendinopathy is kind of a catch-all term. There's tendinitis, there's tendinosis, but tendinopathy, let's just simply say it's pain in the shoulder. Usually it's because you're starting a new activity that you're not used to playing, a new movement through the shoulder, the rotator cuff becomes sore, swollen, tender, and it's just not recovering as quickly as we want. So we need to do some exercise to strengthen the rotator cuff muscles, to improve shoulder range of motion, and just general shoulder hygiene so that you can keep playing longer without getting injured. That's my top priority. Now, I'm going to show you 4 rotator cuff exercises today using a simple red rubber band that you can do at home. You can have a paddle in your hand or not. It's whatever you're comfortable with. But these are the 4 that I typically recommend my clients do. If you think you might have a shoulder rotator cuff tear or some other form of injury, go ahead and consult with a surgeon. Let a physical therapist take a look at you. But if you're just working on general rotator cuff conditioning, that's probably how you found this channel. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So this rubber band, I tied a knot in one end. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that knotted end inside so that it's impossible for the band to come out. Now at the other end, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and wrap it a couple of times around the handle. I can wrap it from the loose side. I can wrap it from the tethered side. And now I've just got this resistance band around the handle of the pickleball. And so with that, what we're going to do is we're going to go through the 4 main rotator cuff movements, which is internal external rotation, and then we're going to do that low close to the body and up away from the body. So the first one is just external rotation. I'm holding the paddle in my hand. I've got my elbow close to my rib cage. I'm rotating away from my body as far as I comfortably can. And then I let it come back to a resting position. There's no resistance here. As I pull against the resistance of the band, the resistance increases. I get to the point where I don't feel like I can go any further without moving my elbow away from my rib cage, and I just control this movement. The rotator cuff is made up of 4 small muscles. These are endurance muscles. They're not really about producing power. They're about stabilizing the glenohumeral joint, stabilizing the bones of the shoulder and the joint itself. So I would do 15 to 20 repetitions in this position. I would do it to the point of a little bit of muscle burn, not pain, and only you can make that differentiation between what's pain and what's burning. You want to feel the muscle working, but then when I stop, it should recover in probably 1 to 3 minutes, and then I can do a second and a third set. So the first one is external rotation. The next one is going to be internal rotation. Now, normally I would turn my body around. I'd start in the same position that I had previously finished with the last exercise, but now the difference is I'm pulling into my midline and then back out, pulling into my midline and back out. Now, all of us are stronger pulling in than we are pulling away. So typically where 15 to 20 repetitions pulling away might produce that muscle burn, you could probably do 50 repetitions pulling in. You won't even feel the muscles working that hard. That's okay, that's normal, that's a ratio that exists in pretty much all humans. So I wouldn't worry, we would still wanna do both internal and external rotation. Then what we're gonna do, and I'm just gonna readjust this a second, is we want to do those same internal, external exercises, but we want to do it with the elbow away from the body. So typically the elbow is going to be about shoulder level or just a little below shoulder level. We're going to be pulling back and then we're going to be pulling forward. So I don't have a lot of room, but I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I've got the elbow in line with my shoulder a little bit behind me. I'm going to rotate back and then allow it to come forward into the relaxed position. The resistance happens at this point, and then the resistance comes off as I move forward. I would do, again, 15 to 20 repetitions in this position. Then we would turn around. I know you guys can't see it too well, but now I'm doing the opposite, coming forward and back. Just like when the arm is close to the body, when I'm pulling away, I'm gonna get that burn at 15 or 20 reps. When I'm pulling in, I'm hardly gonna feel anything. When I'm in this position here and I'm pulling forward, I'm barely gonna feel any resistance, but that's okay. We're still conditioning the rotator cuff. We're still improving the overall health and the hygiene of the musculature around the shoulder. So these are exercises that I'm simply recommending. If you want to talk to your personal trainer, your physical therapist, your orthopedic surgeon, I think this would be a great thing for you to consider adding to your program. If you have specific questions about shoulder-related issues and pickleball, please put them in the comments below, and thanks for watching.